Welcome to the 2022-2023 Area Manager in-Service Training. The purpose of this training is to ensure that all area managers have the information needed in order to successfully lead their teams. Our managers need to be able to deliver a clear and concise message to all of our staff. Let's get on the same page. The golden rule, lead by example, is what we expect from you. When you lead by example, you create a picture of what's possible. People can look at you and say, well, if he can do it, I can do it. When you lead by example, you make it easy for others to follow you. If a group is led by a person with poor leadership skills, the group will experience frequent conflicts as each person wants to do things their way. It is so important to be consistent and lead by example. Follow the chain of command. A chain of command is an organizational structure that documents how each member of a company reports to one another. A chain of command exists to distribute power and responsibilities, keep employees aware of company news, and create a system for sharing knowledge. If you have a question or concern, you should always see your direct manager first. What makes a good team? Respect each other. Support each other. Present a united front. Don't talk down about each other to staff. This shows a division. How can we expect more professionalism from our drivers and aides if we don't lead by example? Be consistent. Share ideas with each other. Work together. And have follow through.
You've got mail.
Your email should remain open all day, and you should always respond in a timely manner, even if it's just to say thank you that you received the email. You expect your drivers to respond when you call them on the radio, so we need you to respond to your emails as quickly as possible. Check your calendars first thing in the morning. You should always be aware of what your day looks like. Know what time your daily meetings are and be on time to them. Submit your staff's payroll. We expect our staff to adhere to deadlines, and managers are held to the same standard. Get your stuff done on time. Knowing how to multitask and prioritize your tasks is key. Learn how to or aim to improve your time management skills. Your staff, your team, and your managers rely on you. Your employees rely on you to process their payroll. And as a manager, you should be entering extra worksheets daily, checking for time off throughout the day, completing the sub-info sheets and passing them along, verify the staff has time off available, and confirm all sick time has been entered. All payroll needs to be submitted every Tuesday without fail. Again, all payroll needs to be submitted every Tuesday without fail. Control the radio. Area managers have to be able to control the radio. We will make this a focus this year. There are several portions of the drivers in service that focuses on proper radio etiquette. Furthermore, the radio needs to be manned at all times. If you step away from your desk, you should have your handheld with you. Always be ready to jump in and assist dispatch anytime. Area managers should continuously remind their drivers that bus keys needs to be turned in after both the AM and the PM runs. We're counting on our area managers to help us implement the new feature with the MDT pre-trips. The daily MDT tasks are as follows. Drivers are responsible for logging onto the tablet, completing their pre-trip inspections, selecting their routes and any sub-routes, starting the run with navigation, switch runs as needed, and then log out of the MDT once back in the yard. The MDT daily use is required. Pre-trips are now completed on the MDT tablet only. We are no longer using the paper forms. One-day pre-trip paper forms are also no longer needed. And pre-trips are needed at the start of each run. We have a new DRR equipment form. This form is to be used for bus technology equipment only. MDTs, two-way radios, and cameras. Paper is only to be used in the event the MDT is down. Drivers have been instructed to see you for a paper form. In return, they will need to submit an equipment DRR to you, and then you can pass that over to me. Each DRR will be tracked and reported back once completed. Do not give a DRR to John or Mitch directly. They all have to be logged for reporting first. They will only be completing repairs from DRRs. No emails, phone calls, or etc. The regular DRR form has not changed, but will soon be removed from use as we are aiming for MDT DRRs this year. We'll communicate more as that time comes near. As you know, the first few days of school, we will use the compounds for holding undelivered students. We have informed the drivers to keep the students on board. We have also informed the drivers to not call dispatch to notify they have students on board. Just keep them on board and dispatch will call them when we are trying to locate the child. Drivers have been instructed to turn their seating charts in to their managers by Friday, August 26th. If you can make sure you get their seating charts into me by the following Monday, August 29th. And don't forget, you have the ability to email the electronic copy to your drivers. Please be sure you check for bus numbers, names, and dates on all of the sheets before turning them in to me. Don't forget to help us encourage the use of the Here Comes the Bus. It's the online application that is used to track the live location of a student's bus. Both parents and students can use this, and it's available on both Apple and Android devices. I also have several Here Comes the Bus brochures that drivers can keep on board to hand out to their parents. If they're interested, send them my way, and I'll be happy to give them some. Again, we are requiring the drivers to select their routes through the MDT tablets. And when the driver selects the route, the parent is alerted through the Here Comes the Bus app. It is imperative that the drivers are using the tablet daily and selecting each route that they are covering. Drivers have also been instructed to notify Max in dispatch anytime they're on a bus other than their own. They'll review this information and sign the form through their online in-service. If we do not have the correct bus running the route in Synovia, then the parent is tracking the incorrect bus on the Here Comes the Bus app. It's imperative we are always made aware anytime the route is being ran on a different bus number. We also instruct drivers to notify Max in dispatch anytime they're running 10 or more minutes behind. We do this so we have the ability to send calls out to the parents and students who may be waiting on the bus. We have a standard late call and a 30-minute plus late call below. And just for your information, we do not send late calls out the first 2 weeks of school. Again, we do not send late calls out the first 2 weeks of school. Welcome to STOW, or Safety tip of the week. Drivers that are interested can sign up with me. When they're selected from the sign-up sheet, we'll provide them a safety tip. And that every day at 8 a.m. for 1 week, they will read that safety tip across the north and south channels. Just to keep everyone in the loop, every driver and aide will be retrained in CHAMPS. This is the direction of the new superintendent. We'll communicate more info as it becomes available, but every driver and aide will be retrained in CHAMPS. Also, all managers will be trained to train CHAMPS. And again, we'll communicate more info as it becomes available. We're looking to implement monthly UP trainings, like refreshers, topics that are in demand, as well as any safety concerns. We may use an online format, or we may do it in person. We'll have updates to follow. The count weeks for FEFP reports for the 2022-2023 school year are October 10th through 14th and February 6th through 10th. And as always, the online training will be available through Safe Schools to all drivers as we get closer to the dates above. Newsletters go out on the first business day of each month. In them contains important dates, training info, safety tips, any sort of updates, me updates, birthdays, and quotes, jokes, and riddles. Help us keep the staff connected. Encourage your staff to read their emails. So me kicked off last year and was actually pretty successful. Our intentions are to keep it going. Me meetings are by invite only. There will be a sign-in sheet for those who are interested in attending a me meeting. Send them over to me. The meetings are held once a month, and only one rep for each position will attend each meeting. Different reps will be chosen each month. All they have to do is sign up with me, wait for the invite letter, and bring some fresh ideas to the table. They can use the suggestion cards or just bring a topic in there. Encourage your staff to voice suggestions and use the suggestion boxes that are located on all 3 compounds as we review each suggestion from that box each meeting. Do you manage or lead? Do you know the difference? We're counting on you to lead your teams to success. You have the ability to run route performance reports within Synovia, and you can use this tool to identify areas of improvements and meet with your staff to review their results. If you want to learn more on how to do that, stop by and see me, and I'll be happy to show you. If you have any questions about this training, feel free to see myself or Mrs. Griffin.